Introducing the Crusher!
Hey there YouTube, Al here again. Today I'm smoking some Pelican in my Stanwell. Brushed black. Not sure what this shape is. A squat tomato maybe? It's a new pipe to me. I bought it recently and smoking it for the first time. Alright, reason for today's video is another how-to build. I plan on building a pipe rack that I can hang on the wall. I'm going to use a old pallet, so it's reclaimed wood, recycled wood, and I actually got it from a buddy of mine that works in a warehouse where they throw pallets away all the time. So I got it for the nice big goose egg, so you can't beat that as far as the price goes. And I also wanted to keep it rustic looking, and the pallet's already rustic looking anyways. I'll swing the camera around to show you that. And that's the pallet right there. I haven't taken it apart yet to double check the boards, how close they are as far as being the same size and whatnot. I'll be building this with normal hand tools like always, like I did with my pipes. I do have a circular saw and I do have a power drill, but that's pretty much all I'll be using, other than a Dremel as well. So a Dremel, probably a drill, and maybe a circular saw. If not, if the boards are all the same size, pretty much I'll use a hand saw to make the cuts. So I'll try to document that as best I can to help you guys out if you're interested in making your own. As always, the disclaimer, I'm not a professional woodworker by any means, and when it comes to using power tools, always be sure to read and follow the manufacturer's recommendations and instructions. I take no responsibility. So again, this is just informational, and it's hopefully to help you guys out if you're interested in making a pipe rack for yourself as well. I'll try to keep the video short. I'll probably put a few videos together to make one big video. I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes if possible. As far as the actual design of the pipe rack, it's just going to be a square hanging pipe rack. I'll put my pipe down. I'm using a current pipe rack right here that I have. It's a desktop pipe rack, holds 6 pipes, but as far as the measurements go, it'd probably be a little wider than this. I did hold this up to the wall. I can go a little wider, so I think I might make a 7, but 2 level, so it would be like a 14. Holds 14 pipes, and probably use like the Dremel to make these indentations for the bottom, and again the drill press, the drill holes for these here. And I don't have any plans. I'm just going to draw it out on a piece of paper how I think it should look, and again I'll make some cuts, and I'll put the video together, and again it's just to try to help you guys out if you want to make your own. So I will get started on breaking down the pallet right now, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back with the I broke the pallet down. Unfortunately, using a hammer to try to pry the boards up, it would crack and split the wood. So you can see some of that there. So I had to get out the circular saw and cut through the pallet and made a bunch of chunks from there. So that's the wood pile. I'll be going through that and continue on with the build. Okay, here's the box about halfway done. I made some measurements and actually ended up abandoning them as the pieces of wood were all pretty much the same size that I needed. So I just put them back together, and you could see the background is these 4 boards, and now I'm doing the sides and the back, and I'm just going to keep screwing them in with these long screws. And I'll update again shortly. Hey YouTube, Al here with another update. This is the pipe rack, pretty much finished. I just have to put a hook on the back to hang it on the wall. You can see I did the indentations in the bottom for the for the pipes to sit on. There's a pipe right there, kind of showing how it would sit. There's all the indentations there, and basically what I did was, using the Dremel with a sanding disc, I just basically grinded it down, a few seconds, staying within the lines, going on to the next one, going on to the next one, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much the box, pretty much done. Again, it's different from the design I came up with originally. I did have my son help me, and he gave me some good ideas, and this is what we ended up coming up with. But basically, you have the bottom shelf with the cutouts. You have that little half shelf with the half moons where the stem sits for the pipe, and then I used just 4 straight boards from the pallet for the background. I was actually going to keep that open, but he had a good idea to fill that in, so we ended up doing that. And then coming up on the second shelf, it's kind of the same thing. Again, use the Dremel there to put those cutouts there. Use the drill for the stem holders. And I left a little space there on that side. And on this side, I left a space. So kind of staggered it a little bit. And plus you got the top shelf as well. And again, this is just a pallet that I got for free. Just basic measurements. A lot of it was eyeballing it and seeing how it looked. If it looked good, we went with it. And no blueprints or anything like that. Again, I try to screw everything in from the side. I got a split there, but you won't see that once it's up on the wall. But everything's screwed in through the sides and through the back. I put a couple cleats in the back right there to keep the boards together. So it should be a pretty solid piece. It should hold 20 pipes, as well as some tins, and probably there's some extra space in the back of the shelf there for like tampers and other stuff. So hopefully the next update that I do, you'll see it hanging on the wall fully loaded or almost fully loaded, and we'll go to that one next. Hey YouTube, Al's back. Just finished building that pipe rack, celebrating a little bit with my Roma church warden with some luxury bullseye flake in it. Figured I'd show you the finished product. Excuse me. Building the pipe rack, it was a lot of fun. Best of all, my son helped me with it, so it's got a little bit of sentimental value as well. To recap, I used a wooden pallet given to me for free. All the screws and tools I already had. So building this pipe rack didn't cost me anything other than time. And I started it around 12 o'clock this afternoon. It's about 5:30 right now. So, but that includes the cleanup time afterwards. So I'll put my pipe down and show you the finished rack. And I mentioned earlier that I'll mount it on the wall and I'll show you with it when it's filled up. But for now, I'll grab the camera here and just show you real quick, and hopefully you can see that. Again, these 4 boards right there. It was actually my son's idea to go ahead and keep them since they were all the right size, so it minimized a lot of the cutting we had to do. We did the sides and the back with the longer pieces, and the top and the bottom shelf as well. This shelf right there also, it's got that little knot cut out right there. It's very rustic looking. It looks really, really cool. It's going to match my decor in my pipe room sitting area in my bedroom really well, and I'll show you that. But basically this piece right here, along with that one, it was just a solid piece like this that I drilled the holes. I measured, drilled the holes, and then I cut it in the middle between the holes. So that one wasn't too bad. And then these little indentations right here, again, I used the Dremel, measured it. I put a pencil right here and then measured a 1/2 inch on either side, because each one of these are about 1 inch wide. And then just took my time with the Dremel and cut them in there. Same thing at the bottom. And I shouldn't excuse me, shouldn't admit this, but the reason why these cleats are here on that one right there and that one there, when we were done drilling the holes, this board wouldn't go to the end. It actually had about maybe a 2-inch gap, inch and a half gap. So, you know, we overcame and cut it, put the little support piece right there, and then, as I mentioned earlier, this big opening, I can put a big tin or even a church warden pipe or something in there, and same thing on that side as well. So it's really cool project. I'll show you the sides again. On the I just used some screws, carefully drilled into the side, so this way you don't see any fasteners or anything in the front. Everything's on the side. And to hang it, I figured what best to use than an old bass string that I had laying around. It's the thick E string, so it should hold this cabinet pretty well. So again, to do a quick recap, hopefully it helps you out. Just old pallet, cut the pieces, make your measurements, use your screws to secure it on the sides, Dremel there, a drill right there for these holes, and it should be able to make one. It shouldn't be that difficult. It really wasn't that hard. So again, we took our time. Took us maybe 4.5 hours or so with breaks. So that's what it looks like. Hope you guys like it, and hopefully it inspires you to build your own. And if you do, post it up. I'd love to see it. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hey YouTube, Al here with the final update on the pipe rack build. You can see why I wanted to keep it rustic looking. This is my sitting area in my bedroom. This is my TV cabinet. You can see it's rustic style. So coming over this way, I have a pipe cabinet here. Kind of matches the TV cabinet. Behind those doors is a bunch of tobacco. That's my tobacco cellar. That little drawer there is more storage. And then coming here, you can see I have the pipe rack that I used as the design feature or design for the pipe rack, and some other you know, pipes, knickknacks and whatnot. That glass was given to me by Miss Sue Dunhill there, so that's a nice display. And here is the pipe rack, pretty much fully loaded, and it looks pretty good on the wall. Matches the furniture, as I was saying earlier. There's the top shelf. I just have that as storage. Some pipe boxes, some tobaccos, a couple of Zippo lighters. Then the second shelf, some more tobaccos. I still have a couple more spots for some new pipes to get down the road. And then there's the bottom shelf there with a couple more spots too. So that's pretty much my pipe collection. Pretty good variety, and as I was mentioning, that extra space behind where the stems go, it's a perfect spot for some tampers and some tins of tobacco that I want to smoke next. Got a box of Carter Hall back there, and there's a lot of space behind the pipes as well, so I stuck some more tins. And as I was mentioning earlier, the couple of large tins can fit perfectly right in that spot, so that was a happy accident there. And then I got the mini cobs and mini pipes, you know, to mess around, try different blends or whatever. So there you have it. There's the pipe rack that I just built this afternoon, hanging up on the wall, along with my other pipe cabinet there with some pipes. And again, if this inspires you to build your own rack, that's awesome, really good. Go ahead and post it up. I'd love to see it. As always, to my subs, I thank you. To the presenters, I thank you as well. And until next time, have a good one.